Hey guys, what's going on? It's Cody Steck. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to cover 3 top cities you should consider moving to if you're making a move to St. George. We're going to talk about some cities and more specifically, actually some neighborhoods within the general metro market that's going to be helpful for you to learn a little bit more about so you can make a right decision when you do end up making that move here. So without further ado, let's jump into things right here and take a look at a couple of different options. So first thing that I want to mention is we're going to talk a little bit about Desert Canyon. So you can see here that we've got the Southern Parkway right here. And then you also have the Desert Canyons Elementary right here, and it sits right on the Utah-Arizona border. So there's a couple of neighborhoods in here that I think are worth looking at. You can get great homes anywhere from about $500,000 on the low end to about $800,000 or even $1 million plus in these neighborhoods. There is a pretty wide range just depending on how big the home is, how nice, how new, factors like that. So anything around this area is going to be really good. I think it's worth looking at this Desert Canyons Parkway neighborhood. This is something that's good to look at. It is down by the airport, so you will get some flyover occasionally. It's not going to be too bad if you're out here because you're not super close to it, but you will kind of somewhat be in that flight path. So just something to kind of note there as part of this area. You do also have the Southern Parkway, which will take you over here to I-15, which you can then take up into St. George or down south if you were going that way. So that's one option for travel. Or you can come up here and head north here and then get off right here and head into Washington up here or over into Bloomington and St. George over here. So that is Desert Canyon. I think that's an area that's definitely worth considering. Some of these other 2 areas that we're going to talk about are really important too, and other worth a consideration in my opinion. Now, if you are thinking about making that move here to St. George or any of the surrounding areas, in fact, even if you're moving to anywhere in Utah, we service the entire state, and we love it when people reach out. We help people buy, sell, and invest in real estate here in Utah across the entire state, me and my team, and we'd love to hear from you as well if you're thinking about making that move. So our information will be here on the screen. Feel free to reach out to me, call, text, or email anytime. You'll talk to me personally. We'll get you set up and get you on the right path to finding the right area for you and helping you find a new place to call home. So the second place I want to talk about here is Santa Clara. And more specifically, just kind of this general area right here. So there's a lot of new subdivisions going in. Let's see if we jump over here to this map, if we can see a little bit more. So you can see that there's still like some farmland up here that's going to be developed in future years. So this is a really good area worth considering. You have the Santa Clara River that comes down right here. And this area is really nice because you're still so close to St. George. You're not all the way out here in Ivins, up here to the north. You're only about a 10, 15, maybe 20-minute drive down here into the general St. George area. So, this is going to be like your downtown area. Here's Dixie State. You've got this main area, which is all Santa Clara, but then you've got Santa Clara Heights, which is kind of up here a little bit further to the west end of town. So there's a lot of new development going in here. This is something I think is worth considering. You've got a golf course up here, and there's a ton of trails over this direction as well. So that would be another area to consider if you're looking for a house in that $500,000 to $800,000 range. This is going to be a great area. The cool thing about St. George overall is you actually get a lot of houses or a lot of areas that can have a drastic range of houses, right? So one thing that I always hear from people is they like to move into one area, but the cool thing is they can upgrade and buy a nicer, newer, bigger home later on without having to go all the way across town into a new city. They can get that right in their own city. Maybe it's just a couple blocks over. So that's one of the cool things about St. George and other parts of Utah as well, is you get that mixture where you can get really nice homes next to older homes that are maybe more of a starter home. So something to think about there. All right, last up, we're going to take a look at this. Let me jump back over here to this map. This will be a little bit easier. So we're also going to look at this area here called Hurricane. Now I know it says hurricane, but it's pronounced hurricane, just so you know. This is going to be a quick 25-30 minute drive into downtown St. George, depending on where you're going to, where you're coming from. And the nice thing about Hurricane is it kind of sits up in the mountains a little bit, away from St. George. So you're kind of out of the hustle and bustle of, all of the St. George traffic. You're a little bit closer to the national parks that are going to be over this way. So if you're going to those areas on a regular basis, you will be able to get to them a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. And you've also got access to Sand Hollow right here. Of course, getting there from St. George is not bad at all. But to get there from Hurricane is even quicker. You just come down here, jump over here, and you're at the state park there. So Hurricane is another area we can get homes for, 5, 6, 7, 800,000, even $1 million plus for new construction. So I think this is definitely an area worth considering if you're making a move here. If you don't mind living a little bit further out and you want a little bit more bang for your buck, then Hurricane might be an option for you. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are, what areas you're considering in your move to St. George. I'd love to hear more from you. Like I said, reach out to me. My team and I service the whole state of Utah, and we'd love to help you with your move here to our beautiful state. So my information is here on the screen. Call, text, or email anytime. Give me a thumbs up on the video. And lastly, please share this video with a friend or a family member who might also be interested in learning more about St. George and some of the neighborhoods and cities that we have here. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you in the next one.